So we are discussing about clock. So clock is a pulse train in which there are number of pulses with a fixed interval like this. So this particular clock provides the timing to a sequential circuit like flip-flop. Now the next thing about flip-flop, there is a process, or we can say that there is a technique which used to enable or disable or to control the particular sequential circuit like flip-flop is known as triggering. So this is a most important technique or process which used in the flip-flop sequential circuit. So basically what is triggering? Triggering is all about to control the working of the sequential circuit like flip-flop. So basically in flip-flop we used triggering process or triggering technique. So what is triggering? So triggering enable or disable the particular flip-flop. Triggering is used for control the flip-flop like to enable or disable the particular flip-flop which depends on the particular clock. It means triggering is a process which control the working of a flip-flop after providing the particular flip-flop a clock. Like this is a suppose this is a particular flip-flop. Now we applied a particular clock for time the particular flip-flop, or we can say that the particular process or particular technique in which we applied a clock to the particular flip-flop, and flip-flop work according, or we can say that flip-flop depends on the behavior of the clock. Depending on the clock, the flip-flop now become enable or disable. Enable means as per when a particular flip-flop enable, it means the flip-flop change its state depending on the input of the flip-flops. And disable means in case of when we applied a particular clock and flip-flop become disable, it means that time whatever the values of input, the output becomes unchanged. So this process is known as triggering. So there are different types of triggering depending on which part of clock we are using. So suppose it is a particular clock. So depending, there are two things in a particular clock. First one is label like this. These are the labels. This label is high level and this label is low level. And similarly, the second thing is ages. This is rising in, so that age is known as positive age. And second thing is when the particular pulse going down from 1 to 0 or high to low, so that particular age is known as negative age. So there are mainly four types of triggering. There are four types of triggering in which we use different parts of the particular clock. The first one is high level triggering. Second one is low level triggering. Third one is positive age triggering, and last one is negative age triggering. So there are four types of triggering: high level triggering, low level triggering, positive age triggering, negative age triggering. High level and low level triggering known as level triggering, and positive age and negative age triggering known as age triggering. When when the particular flip flop used level triggering, then the particular flip flop known as level triggered flip flop. When the particular flip flop known used age triggering, then the particular flip flop is known as age triggered flip flop. So the particular flip flop may be level triggered flip flop or age triggered flip flop depending on which type of triggering the particular flip flop using. So if we extended the particular classification, then the level triggered flip flop is high level triggered flip flop and low level triggered flip flop. And we further classified the age triggered flip flop, so it will be positive age triggered flip flop or negative age triggered flip flop. So there are four types of flip flop: high level triggered flip flop, low level triggered flip flop, positive age triggered flip flop, negative age triggered flip flop, on the basis of triggering, which type of triggering we are applying or using. Generally uh, generally the normal flip flop is known as level triggered flip flop. If somewhere we use a particular word like generally flip flop, so it means the particular default flip flop is level triggered flip flop, which is high level triggered flip flop. If in particular paper, in particular question paper, question arise explain flip flop, it means explain high level triggered flip flop because it is a particular default flip flop. So in general flip flop question, we will use high level triggered flip flop. Now we there are different types of flip flops. First one is SR flip flop. Second one is D flip flop. Third one is JK flip flop. And next one is T flip flop, which is known as toggle flip flop. So basically there are four types of flip flop. First one is SR flip flop, second one is D flip flop, next one is JK flip flop, and last one is T flip flop. The all the particular flip flops implemented implemented with the help of NAND or NOR latch. So flip flop is a combination of, we can say that, latches and the combination of latches and gates with the there is a triggering also. So now we will first of all discuss about SR flip flop. We can say that we are explaining SR flip flop, or we can also say that we explain triggered SR latch, or we can also say that we are explaining high level triggered SR flip flop. So first of all, flip flop is similar to the latch except the clock. So first of all, the particular process of defining a particular any particular flip flop, we first of all go for the its logic symbol. Then the logic symbol of SR flip flop, first of all we will go for logic symbol. In logic symbol, first of all, there is a box in which first of all we will draw the lines for inputs. So there are two inputs, S and R, S for set and R for reset. So there are two input lines. It means it represent the inputs S and R. So we, so particular flip flop, next one, there are two outputs similar to latch. First output is, there are two inputs S and R. Then next outputs are Q and Q bar. First output is normal output, second one is complement output. So there are two inputs and two output. It's just similar to a SR latch, but the main difference is all about triggering in which uh, in the particular technique we can control the particular working of the flip flop. So for clock we can draw a particular line at input level because we are applying to the flip flop. Now the symbol of SR flip is all about high level triggered flip flop. It means for this one the particular, for this one the particular we can represent here C. It means it represent a high level triggering. So basically when we draw a line and we write down here C, then it means it is a normal SR flip flop, or we can say that the triggering is labeled triggering and the triggering is high level triggered flip flop. Next one is the, this is a SR latch, SR flip flop logic symbol, and now we uh, draw its circuit diagram. The circuit diagram of the particular SR latch, this is input S, this is R, represent to clock, or we can make here a sign also. Some in some books there is a this sign, and some books mentioned here clock in short form. So this is a particular circuit diagram for, this is the circuit diagram for SR flip flop with the help of NAND gate. We can also implement this with the help of NOR gate also. So first one is logic symbol. Now this is a particular circuit diagram in which we will use a particular SR latch, and this SR latch connected to NAND gates. So this is the circuit diagram of the SR flip flop. Now we will go for, now we will go for the particular truth table, or we can say that characteristic equation, or sorry, characteristic table or truth table of the particular SR flip flop. Now for triggered SR flip flop, first thing is, first input is clock. In particular SR latch there is no particular clock input, so here we applied a clock input first, then the inputs S and R, present inputs S and R. After that S and R we applied here the particular present state Q and the next state Qn plus 1, which we have to find out. So this is the particular table. So there are 1 2 3 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 and 1 1 1. So basically this is the particular table where first one is clock, then two inputs S and R, and after that present output Qn, या कह सकते हैं present state Qn, and we have to find out next state